Welcome to the Love Rekindled show, where real stories, heartfelt advice, and expert guidance come together to help you create richer, more meaningful relationships. Meet your certified relationship coaches, Margot and Antonio Taylor. Through transformative coaching, informative workshops, and special events, the Love Rekindled community empowers families and couples to grow closer, communicate openly, and embrace the power of love. This is the Love Rekindled show. Let's begin.
Let's be real. How many of us have created a list in our head of everything our ideal partner should be? Tall, spiritual, funny, make six figures, and emotionally available. And, I forgot about this part, no baggage. Yeah. But what if the pursuit of perfect is actually keeping us from finding real love? Tonight, we're asking the hard question: are your expectations helping you find love, or sabotaging it before it even starts? Let's talk about it. How do we know when our standards are too high? And what does it really mean to choose a partner for the long haul? Listen, guys, this conversation is going to be amazing. And we have some special guests here who came out to hang out with us tonight to answer all the questions I just asked.
They ain't gonna hold back either. They ain't gonna hold back.
Not even a little bit, okay? So we have Mr. Jason Mitchell. Mr. Jason.
Thank you.
And we have Miss Jonna Earl. Mr. Jason, tell us a little bit about yourself.
All right. First off, thank you, sis and bro.
Absolutely.
Ballhead twin. Appreciate
No
it.
doubt.
I'm a business owner. I'm homegrown, College Park born, and I own City Country Lifestyle, and I'm in my purpose.
That's good.
That's where we at. So
Love that.
I'm loving where I'm at in life. I'm enjoying this journey, and I'm trying to learn every day.
I love that.
And navigating it and praying I make the next day better than my last day.
Ain't nothing wrong with
There
that,
we go.
brother. So let me just ask you, Jason, since we, doing the introduction.
Whoa.
Do you have any children? Have you been married before? Tell the audience.
So never been married.
Okay.
I love that the word of covenant and being in that relationship. I honor that. My parents was married almost 50 years.
Okay. Wow, that's
I don't have any
amazing.
children, but God willing, I'm gonna be looking towards what God had for me.
Good.
But I'm here.
Listen,
You know what I mean?
and look,
Got you.
and
We
guess
gonna
what?
dive into that.
I'm here.
And guess what, Jason? I'm here for it. So let's have this conversation. So, Jonna, tell us a little bit about yourself.
Yes, my name is Jonna. I'm a business owner here in Atlanta, originally from New Jersey.
Okay.
I own a closet design business as well as a wardrobe stylist.
Yes.
So lately I've been going through the ebbs and flows of the journey of the process, and I love how I'm showing up each and every day, staying rooted in faith, God first, and just growing and just enjoying the journey of where I'm at.
I love that for you, Jonna.
What about marriage and kids for you?
I have not been married, and I do not have any kids.
So Margot, we sitting here with two singles. The first thing they said, I love God.
Right.
They got their own business together.
Correct.
Sure.
Not together. They
Well,
got
no,
their own
they have their own business,
Mm-hmm.
and their business is together.
You're right.
True.
They have no kids.
Correct.
Oh, we need to see what the problem
Listen,
is.
this is a good conversation,
We need to
guys.
dive in.
Listen, this is the best. Listen, this is the recipe for it. So that's why I let them introduce themselves. So when we get into this, we can go ahead and have the conversation, and y'all will understand who we dealing with on this platform. Okay. So listen, guys, this is the talk. To talk about the expectations, to talk about, here in Atlanta, I can't find nobody, it's hard, ain't nobody out there, the men saying, ain't nobody out there, the women saying ain't nobody out there. So somebody got to be out there, because both of y'all sitting here. So listen, guys, let's really, really dive into it. So what I want to ask, and this is going to be the first thing I want to ask, where did the idea of a perfect person come from? Was it social media? Was it fairy tales? Was it past trauma? Why are people in this space, in the dating community, wanting that perfect person?
Go ahead, Jay. I'm going to let her answer that one. I got to answer.
I
Go
think
ahead.
it is definitely a mixture of the fairy tale of where it started and then social media. But honestly, during my journey, I can definitely say I don't even believe in the perfect person, because I know I'm not perfect.
Correct.
Now, I believe everybody in their own individual way is perfectly imperfect.
Absolutely.
And it's all about the growth and the journey and who you becoming along the way, and then, correcting those attributes of yourself that you're not happy about or that you want to grow or work on. Right. So that concept that's not what I'm looking for.
Right.
Because I've seen myself in the good days, the bad days, and in between.
Right,
And I
right.
give that grace to everyone else.
Right.
So technically, like, I'm not out here looking for perfect. So I have no idea. And I wish we would stop that concept, to be honest.
So you don't live by the ideology that, I got to find this perfect person. Like you got like 200 things on your list. Your thing is to say, you know what, I'm imperfect. I know that the person that I will meet will be imperfect, but we'll be perfect for each other in time. Love that.
So with that being said, what has been the biggest challenge for you? No kids, beautiful young lady, owning your business. What has been that biggest challenge for you with finding that person that you can kind of just be intentional about?
The biggest challenge that I see is that a lot of people like the concept of you. They like the fact that you're single, you haven't been married, you have your own business, but I'm going to always bring out the best in anybody that I'm dating.
Right.
And I feel like a lot of people do not want to do that work.
Yes.
So they rather go to what's easy. And I'm the kind of person that's like, carry on, go do that.
Yes.
Let me ask you, because we're going to get to you too.
Yes.
What do that look like for you? Because I hear you saying, what do they actually look like when a male is showing up that way? Because I want them to know what it looks like. What do that look like?
I feel like when you're having certain conversations, like I'm a deep diver. I like asking deep questions, like, tell me more about you, like, why you think the way that you think, what things have you overcome, or like, how have you grown in the past year? And I feel like a lot of people just want to show up as this perfect image, and they don't want to get real and raw.
No substance.
Right.
No substance at none whatsoever. So a lot of times, you get the dry conversations constantly on repeat. And I just feel like a lot of times people just are not being genuinely who they are. And then when you ask those deep questions and you want to really get to know them, it's like, you know what, you're doing a little bit too much. I don't want to dive right here. Let me go over to what's easy. Or when you have morals and like, okay, I'm not doing that. Like, I know that may be what you're used to, but that's not what I do over here.
Right.
So what I'm hearing, people are not intentional about real relationship. They're pretty much just looking for lack of better words, a jump off, a temporary
somebody
situation.
to be on the phone.
Somebody
Situationship.
to be in between. Like, I'm not here to entertain you. Like, you're just
just
filling
pass
the
it through.
void.
You just pass it through.
That's definitely so we understand your position for the conversation. That's amazing. And Jason, same question for you. Where did the idea of the perfect person come from?
I really think it came from social media. It has tainted it so much. I get tired of hearing people talking about piss in the pool. No, get out of the pool and get in the right pool or something. That's what that is.
Right.
For me, it is I'm a male.
Right.
So it is a big quantity, but it's all about quality.
Okay.
Yeah.
So with me, I'm learning to be a lot more intentional now and kind of go from there. I did meet a young lady, and we was just in passing, and she said, "Can I just be honest with you?" And she said, "Yeah." I said, "Yeah." She said, your age, you're not married, yeah, you got your business, it looks everything look cool, but that's a red flag. And I said, let's talk about it. Wow. She said, it don't happen. So it got to be something. And she was like, I may need to do a background. I'm like, go ahead, do what you got to do.
Right.
But I enjoyed that conversation me and her had, because she was like, you know what, I need to change my thought process.
That's right. Her perspective.
But it shocked me that she said that. And she was serious.
Yeah, you said something that made me want to really ask you. Your last relationship, or the one, any past relationship, what did the young lady say her issue was with you, if you don't mind sharing? Because a lot of time I feel, I'm one of the people that feel after a relationship, I feel we should have an exit interview. I really feel that after every relationship, you really should sit down and have a real talk and really just understand, okay, what did you see in me? Because I think a lot of people leave relationship and they never really get to see them. So I'm asking you, what is the say that women that you have dealt with say, or are they saying the same thing?
I think everybody different.
Okay.
The good thing about the situations I've been in, we have had those exit conversations.
That's a good thing.
And it's been good because, I try to do self-accountability all the time. I got to grow too and try to find out.
Very important.
Sometimes it could be maturity level. It could be where you at in life. So it's you making that decision to say, I want to move forward and doing better in my next situation or something of that nature.
So what are some of the things some of your exes have said? Like, you don't call me enough, you text too much,
you work too much,
you don't take me out to eat. You don't listen to me. You don't deal with my emotions. What? Give us just some example. An example.
We're asking.
It's that self accountability part. For me, was told to me I didn't really show. Maybe on the physical side that I cared. Like I was really, I won't say nonchalant, but I was passive aggressive at one time. So I was just on some, whatever. But that's messing up on my end because one day it's gonna blow up.
Right.
So I had to make sure I did that work within myself.
Okay.
Kind of
go communicate and talk.
Yes.
Do things as you're feeling them as opposed to.
That's right.
Got it. Okay.
And that's very a common thing that women say about men that we hear with couples that we coach. He's just not present or different things of that sort. So that kind of
and to jump on your point is because a lot of men, including myself, had that wall up because we ain't sure if we want to be vulnerable and let that.
Absolutely.
We don't want to let that out. You know what I'm saying? Because we don't know if you're gonna protect that. We don't know if you're gonna throw that or jab that in my.
You know what, Jason? I'm glad you brought it up because now we finna have a conversation.
Let's go. Yeah.
Because I think that's what's happening in the dating space. Everybody is holding on to something, right? And nobody's really being intentional to say, hey, you know what? This is what I really want to do. And the thing is that some people are out here and they're not being intentional because they don't really want to be in a serious situation. They out here playing games. But the thing is that like just sitting and hearing both of you speak, it's like, man, we got to do better in this space. We have to be more vulnerable. And I agree with what you're saying, Jason. A lot of this has a lot to do with social media. I think social media has watered down the dating scene. I think social media has positioned adults as well to not know how to effectively communicate.
Right.
And so what happens is that, and me and Antonio see it all the time. We out eating dinner and a couple come in and everybody on their phone the whole time, okay? Other than you looking at the menu and putting in your order, everybody back to their phones.
And I think the biggest issue I feel with social media give single people false pretense of their value.
Yes.
Right.
So a lot of people, when you able to just roll over and click people inbox and you really think you're somebody you're not.
Right.
And the people that really will in your space and give you the time, they really tell you your real value, but you believe in the people on social media. And a lot of people
who don't know you.
And a lot of people are single because of that social media audience.
Absolutely.
They're pleasing to that audience that really don't know you.
That's right.
They're gassing you.
That's right.
Right. So let me ask you this. As far as what you're expecting in a relationship, let's have that conversation because I think sometimes that's where the lines get blurred as well. So, Jonna, when you think about your partner, what are those key things that are important to you?
First thing, loyalty, transparency, being honest, effective communication, faith-based, faith-rooted, I should say, consistency.
Okay. Now, do they have to come to you with all of that? That's one thing that I find very interesting when I talk to people.
Yeah, because the thing is that we have 10 things. We can't want all 10 boxes to be checked, and I think that's why we're having this conversation about, are your expectations too high?
So what we do when we coach couples, we tell them you got to have your big 3.
Oh, and I just listed how many?
Yeah, about 12. But hey, who's counting?
And that's okay. That's okay.
But you know what?
Well, what's your top 3?
Okay, top 3 is loyalty.
Okay.
Consistency.
Okay.
And I would say faith-based.
Okay. So, and those are 3 good qualities. So, on the dating scene, which one of those 3 qualities you're feeling like you're lacking the most? Like that you're meeting these guys, you're trying to date, but what are the things that you're noticing you haven't been other than them not being authentic?
I would say consistency. I just feel like he said, it's a big dating pool out here. You have options. So a lot of times, because we know those men aren't being intentional, they have their options. So hey, they may say, hey, how you doing one day? May not hear from them, or depending on how the conversation goes, you're not giving them what they're expecting. So I guess they move on to the next. Okay. So I would say consistency would be the one thing.
So they're disengaging based on what it is that they want. So let me ask you this really, really quick. When you're dating and when you're meeting a young man, a man, do you tell him off the rip, like, hey, nice to meet you, when y'all get into that comfortable space, what is it that you're looking for? Like, why are you out here? Like, what are you?
Well, I like to ask them, where are you at in this season of your life? Because I kind of want to know, because I feel like that helps. You know, are you looking for somebody to date intentionally? Or are you just out here looking for entertainment? You know, because then that gives me the decision to say, okay, well, do I want to continue this? Or, you know, or do I want to kind of like move?
So you are asking those questions early on, you know, what it's about. Okay, cool. Okay, that's good stuff.
Yeah. So Jason, I will ask you the same question.
Can I put y'all on a little game?
Yes, you can. I want all the games.
Top three.
Please help old married man out.
All right. So I'm going to get my top three first. Okay. Definitely a woman of God.
Okay.
Family oriented.
Okay.
And I'm gonna say the respect.
Yeah.
Because everything is gonna come in like it's gonna come in woven.
For sure.
It's gonna be straight.
Respect is big. So out of all your three, what have you noticed on the dating scene that's lacking?
That's lacking. I mean, every situation can be a little different, but I don't try to just judge it right then when I'm out dating. I try to get into a little bit more depth. One of the things I need to kind of do a little better with is I used to do this. I used to set a woman up. And when I say set her up, in a conversation. And I want to see how she's going to react to this particular hypothetical, you know, or some of that nature. And I sometimes can make an assumption that may not be right. But now what I do now, I'll get into a little bit more depth now.
Right.
And just be myself. So I'm a little bit more intentional now.
Okay.
So, you know, an example I may use may be something I'm going through, and I want to see what she has to say about it.
Right.
I'm looking at your body language. I'm looking at the way you delivering it to me the whole nine. And then that's going to let me know if I want to keep moving forward and stuff like that.
So let me ask you this. What do you think is one of the biggest challenges in the dating pool, and what do you think can change it?
Because that's what we want. I want to know. I want to know what's
y'all
the
been
problem
married so long. Y'all don't know.
I'm
man.
like,
Streets
what-
are rough.
I'm to give me the game.
Streets
What-
are rough.
what is the problem?
I'm like, what is going? We got to get to the bottom of this. And just keep in mind, like the Love Rekindle, we're here for the intentional daters. We love our intentional daters. And not only just the intentional daters, but our divorcees, our widowers. Man, listen, we're all about connection. We're all about community and helping you find love. So what better people would it be if it ain't Jason and John? Because we're here for it. What do you feel is the biggest issue? Let's just talk about it.
Oh, man.
For you, Jonah, seriously.
Okay, Jonah, go ahead.
What's the thing that you saying, like, you know what? That's what these dudes come with, and I'm tired of it.
I think because there's so many women here that depending on where they're at in life, I feel like if they're not being intentional, they're just having access to so many.
They
that
being a PIMP.
They basically, and that they're just, I just feel like they're just not being intentional. I just feel
so I'm feeling you. So you're saying there's no real pursuit anymore in dating,
right?
Like there's no real, like, you know, back in the
Courting
days,
you, or you know,
it was like, you know, I'm really feeling her. You know, I want to take her out. You know, I want to meet her family. It's no like
right. But and I'm gonna defend the guys. Like I hear all of this. Oh, it's no guy. But the reality of it is, when we put it out there, y'all are so masculine and got everything.
There
so
you
it's like,
go.
what I'm gonna give you?
There you go.
That is so
What
not
am I
true.
doing?
let's be clear. The whole masculine conversation was good and all of that stuff. But honey, now we're in our soft era. Okay, you better
Absolutely.
check the hashtags.
Okay, so watch
that
this.
whole
Just watch
masculine
this.
and I'm the shero, I'm the
Okay,
boss.
that's
all of
fair.
that is dead.
So
in
that's fair. So
2025.
guys, we're seeing live what's really going on. Watch this. Jason, tell me what's the problem. So what happened is, men can tell you what the problem is, but women will tell you, no, that's not the problem. So can you just confirm what the problem that we're running into?
100% of the masculinity. Women just feel that entitlement. It's like, I'm the Superman. Give me that. You know.
Oh, wow.
But
guys, it's real.
It's real.
Well, I guess I don't relate to it because that's
You
not
can't,
right.
sis.
And my
Neither do I.
friends and the young ladies I talk to about things like this, everybody is just in a different space.
So how about this? Let's not forget so fast. If you back up, when we met, you had masculine energy.
Right, I had masculine energy because I was a single mom with 3 kids and I was a police officer
Understood.
raised by my father.
Understood. So what I'm saying is, most single women that are single, and I'm telling you guys, that is the biggest issue with men. So one of the things that I don't know what the women issue is. I talk with a lot of men, and I'm telling you, the lack of respect in the masculinity is top of the list, and it's something that women don't really have to start listening to and dealing with.
Well, the thing is we can listen to it definitely, but Antonio, you and I both know the masculinity in our community comes from a plethora of things, including the black, right? Let's the men not being in the home, the men not being leaders in our community. So that's a whole nother level. But to your point, I do understand that there are women out here that have egos and operate out of masculinity. I'm just speaking for the women who are forced into masculinity positions, not wanting to be masculine. Now you have your CEOs and CFOs and your $1 million earner women that do come with that ego and that do comes with it. I see it. I have been around women that do it. To the point where my question is always, who are you without your title? Who are you without mentioning what you have, what you make, what you drive, what kind of house you have? Can you sit and have the conversation without all of that? So I feel what you're saying.
But the right man can bring that soft era out of her.
True.
Absolutely.
But she has to have that patience and grace to allow that.
That's true.
I love that statement, but I will push back, and I think that's such an unfair statement. And the reason why, it's never a circumstance where we can say, is a woman's job to make me more manly. But we fall into the space of, is a man's job to make a woman less manly and more woman's feel. And this not a thing. It's just something that we really need to start having that conversation, because for men, is a frustrating thing.
It is.
And we have to talk about it, because all of the world problems, women can't get all the excuses for them. Some things you have to push through. We understand that you have been forced into it, but we are at a place now where it's affecting. We're not even getting along.
Right,
we got to start dealing with
self-work.
But we also have to take into account the position that the men are taking in relationships.
Absolutely.
How they're not showing up.
Absolutely.
How they're not being providers.
Absolutely.
How they're
not
not doing the
leading.
things that they need to do.
Absolutely.
And to your point, it's a lot of complaints with women about how men aren't stepping up in the home.
Absolutely.
You can have a whole man in the
to talk
house
about
with you, and he's still not stepping up. He's still not helping steering the children. So it's definitely a situation that's happening where both men and women are dealing with very big deficiencies in the community and in our homes.
But when I oppose a problem, I always come with a solution.
There it is.
So my whole thing, from sending my seat in the singles that we talk to and coach, the biggest thing of it is, and I said with married people, we have to learn how to listen to each other.
Right.
Oh, absolutely.
I'm talking about truly listen.
Absolutely
So when that man
listening.
tells
Not be
you,
waiting. Not
Not
waiting
to respond. Really
Yeah.
listen. Yeah. Really listen.
right, because when we do that, we can start growing together. Like those red flags, we can start talking about those red flags and pushing past the red flags when we listen to each other.
And I guess my question is for men, like, what comes off as being too masculine from a female?
Good question.
You got it all. You can do it all. You don't need no help on nothing. I mean, it's one of those situations. I'm not trying to say you be no damsel in distress, but at the same time, leave a door open
Men
a
like
little
to feel
bit.
needed.
And
That's
Absolutely.
exactly
And
right.
listen,
I can give
and
something
that's
easy.
fair. And there's nothing wrong with that.
I can give something easy to look at, and any woman, if you look at this and you start doing it, when he advised you to do something, do it without pushback and trying to do it your way. Be coachable.
Right,
That is
right.
very big for me.
That's it.
If we grabbing the groceries and I say grab 3, and I'm just using for example, don't grab 5. Don't grab 5.
Right,
I'm asking you to
right.
grab 3.
That's true.
So that's the thing. So I think men are frustrated with fighting you guys to drive the car.
That's fair.
Right.
Man.
Right.
I
That
get
is
it.
fair.
And
I
that's
get
what
it.
drives them to go out into what's out in that pool.
Right.
Not to say they're gonna find quality, but they be like, man, I don't have the patience for it.
Okay, so
I'm good.
but this is the thing. Now I can say this. Okay, women, we do have to take accountability for this.
Okay.
We do position ourselves to have it all, be all, tell all.
Can you
And
say it one more time, please?
women, we do position some of us. Let me clear that up.
That's very yes.
Some of us take the position where we the be all, the do all, and we can do it all. Whatever the circumstance in the life decisions that place you in that posture. Ladies, when you're looking for a partner and you're looking to bring somebody into your space, you have to work on that. You can't have it all but want to bring somebody in your all. Men like to feel needed.
Absolutely.
100%.
Men need to feel needed. If you have everything, if you act as if you have everything, what is there? Where is room? Where's the room? Where's the room for him to position or to care for you and to show up?
In all seriousness, fellas, we have to show up and we have to do better. We have to take our place. We have to stop being mute in situations.
We do.
Take your place and say what you have to say, fellas. What you have to say is important. Say what you have to say. Stop cowling down.
Yeah.
That's what we have to do as men.
And that sense of entitlement when we're entering relationships. Oh, I'm used to this, or I expect that, or that has to be eliminated also because the delivery and the
With
tone
men.
with men.
I can agree. That I
feel
can
like
definitely agree.
That can help a lot.
Yeah.
I 100% agree. One thing I do is I meet with some older gentlemen once a month.
Very important.
They 60 and above, so I'm a youngster.
Okay.
But I love it because it's a wealth of knowledge.
Yo, absolutely.
But at the same time, I give them my perspective because, they married 20, 30, 40, 50 years.
Right.
You know what I mean?
They have gender roles.
Right.
We don't have that. We don't have gender roles today.
Let me tell you, baby, let the grandpa don't play.
For real.
That's something
and
we
mean
gotta
it.
stop.
And mean it.
Right.
But I take what I can take from them. They take what they can take from me, and I come up with a good balance
Right.
to bring it into this era.
Jason,
I
how
love
the old
that.
people say, chew the meat and spit out the bones.
That's what you gotta do.
That's what you got to do.
And
Find
that's
that balance.
Better believe.
Yes.
But speaking of gender roles, we honestly speaking, Jason, how do you feel about gender roles with the new age dating? What is your take on gender roles? Because I got a good one on that.
What's my take on the gender roles? I think everybody has a place. I think everybody has a position. You ain't got to act like just because, and I'm just using this as an example, this the king, he rule everything, you the queen. No, it's things that you do that I'm not going to do. It's things that I do, you're not going to do.
What? So let's just talk about it, Jason. In your mind, when you get your wife or you get your girl, what those
I
roles
see
look
what go on
like?
with the singles, baby.
Who
The
gonna
singles not
wash
clear with what
they
they
ain't
saying.
clear at all.
I get it.
Like who washing clothes, who cooking, who picking the
cooking,
kids up, who
cleaning.
mowing the lawn. Let's talk about the things.
So that's a good conversation
the
between
bills?
y'all two. So my thing is, if I'm not as good on an administrative level, baby, you do that.
Okay.
I may like to get my cook on. Hey, I'll cook a couple of days, you cook a couple of days, and let's cook together.
Okay.
So it's a couple of those different things. Now,
Okay.
as a male, I grew up, I'm a 70s baby, I grew up in the 80s and the 90s. My lady ain't taking no trash out. That's what I do.
Thank
Right.
you.
My lady ain't putting no gas in. Not to say that they can't do that.
No, I feel
and those are small examples.
Right.
But it's a conversation that you got to sit down. And I think every couple is different.
That's
Yes.
right.
And
I
what work for
agree.
y'all, work for y'all.
I
That's
agree.
true.
Keep
I
them
agree
out
with
your
that
keep
too.
them out your house.
Right. That's so
You
true.
see-
I love
Talk
that.
to me.
That's
good.
that's my consensus.
Everybody
I
different.
agree with
What
that.
you do was good for y'all.
That's
Whoever
correct.
that you're
Relationship,
with.
exactly.
The problem is, to your point, that's what I feel gender role. Gender role is whatever y'all come up with.
That's correct.
The problem is people don't sit down and talk about the gender role.
That's
See, me and my
right.
wife, we talked about it. I'm not washing a lot of dishes at all. My wife has never taken out the trash or gas in her car or cleaned her car. We have an understanding. I don't mind folding clothes, though. I'm one of them guys I don't mind. My wife
Thank
is a
you,
cooker.
Jesus.
I may cook once every 2-3 months.
But he come with it on the
you know.
days I done had a long day. He be like, baby, I'm going to cook for you. What you
There
gonna
it
eat?
is.
Yeah, so-
But it worked.
It works.
And it all comes down to communication. But
True.
is at what point in the relationship do you have those
the
conversations?
beginning when you
That's
so
it.
my thing is this when you and so to
Educate the
your point
people, baby.
when you're going on these dates and you're meeting people
Dates for a
that's the
reason.
interviewing
Right.
Yeah.
not
it
for
is.
you to go and get the jumbo
And get a free-
lobster
get a
and the
free drink.
shrimp and get
I'm
2
telling
free
you.
drinks. When you go on interviews, guys, it's for you to sit with that person and talk to them about the things that you want to know about them, the things that are important to you.
And hear what's
That's the
important to them.
time to hear what's important to them. When you skip all of that and y'all sitting down at dinner and y'all want to talk about what happened with on Shay Shay
Island.
Club, what's going on Love Island, and where you going tomorrow night?
Wasting time.
Did you make the Rick Ross concert? Let me tell you
That's not
something. When
effective.
those are
That's
the
not
conversations,
intentional.
you're wasting your time.
Right.
So you gotta sit
That's
with that
surface.
person, and that's when you start asking those
Exactly.
questions. But to your point, Jonna, I feel like the foundational conversations, like what are you desiring when we blend our lives together happens when the relationship is solidified as being serious.
Yeah, and I can say,
let's have that conversation.
Yeah, I can say with the singles, that's the reason we're writing a book right now.
Yes.
Because it's things that people just don't know to talk about.
Correct.
And that's what we find when we sit down and we talk, because we like, y'all didn't discuss that?
No.
So
Right.
y'all have 3 kids and y'all never discuss anybody idea of raising kids?
Right.
Yeah, that's scary.
No.
How you gonna discipline? I mean, are we gonna be a team?
Jason,
are we gonna do
This
this?
is how it works. I met you out. Oh, I think you nice looking. Okay, cool. You want to hook up and go out for some drinks? Sure. We go out for drinks. You handsome, you sexy. We feeling each other. Oh, you from? I'm from here. Oh, our family. Oh, we good. Oh, good. You got a good job. You make money. So do I. Okay, great.
Right.
Now we have. Next thing you know, we having fun. Now we spending the night with each other. Now we at Auntie Cookout.
Right.
We ain't talked about nothing we needed to talk about.
Right.
But now we at the cookout. We in love. Mama, Auntie, and them taking pictures, and y'all so sweet. You want to invite her over for dinner, and now she could go on a family trip, and now she pregnant, and y'all engaged, and y'all getting married.
Happens all the time.
None of these conversations was had.
And then we had the first big argument. Now I really get to meet you.
And get to know who you are.
But we married, living together, and then bought this house, and now we got a child together.
Yep. Happens
See,
all the
and
time.
then that's where I feel like being intentional when you're dating.
Yes.
Choosing your partner, being selective. Do
Absolutely.
we share the same values? Yeah. Do we have the same goals? The
Absolutely.
strategy to get to those goals. Like having those conversations and asking those questions and being okay with when you come into those dates to be ready to be prepared to answer those questions.
Yes.
And not feel like it's too much.
Too much, yes.
And also get to know yourself. You'll be surprised how many people don't even know their love language. You dating and you don't even know what you love.
need.
And what the guys mess up, what I've heard from Jim guys that I spoke.
Because I know you ain't did it before. You
Nah,
just
I
heard
did.
this.
Not me. When it's the love language, most time the guys are doing their love language to the woman, and that's flip. It's opposite.
You know what,
You got to
Jason?
find their love language.
But you know what, Jason? It ain't
Absolutely.
even just a man thing.
It's
Women
an
do it too.
immaturity thing.
Really?
And it comes from a place where we, as humans, naturally want to be loved. We want to be loved how we want to be loved. How we give love is how we want it back. We don't realize that, hey, Pookie, it's somebody else in this relationship. It's not just
I got a quick
you.
question.
Yeah, go ahead.
Sure.
Is it, or have you heard this, or not say you experienced this, but have people come to you and say
We probably experienced it.
the your love language is what you got the less of, I guess, coming up? Okay, I'm putting y'all on the
I
couch.
never think about that.
So
It's just a question because
Never-
that was asked of me.
never heard it, but when you say it, I can see it both ways.
Yeah.
So one of my love languages is physical touch. But for me, my mom was always loving on me. So for me, that will kind of count that one out. But I can really see that being the point. And as it relates to love languages, just a story of me and Margot, we struggle with love languages. So to your point of I'm physical touch. I can understand why she didn't want to touch me. It made me feel like she didn't like me.
Right.
But Margot was raised by her father. She was raised differently. So she had to learn physical touch, and I had to be patient and understand. It doesn't mean she don't like me.
Right.
It's not her thing.
I was
You
raised
just
by
said
a
key
man.
word.
In
You
my
said patient.
mind, there's no way if you like somebody you don't want to touch them.
Well, the thing
That was
is,
just in my
well,
mind.
well, the thing is, I didn't have a lot of emotional stimulation and support growing up. I just didn't. So for me, I didn't grow up with the sentiment of, like endearment and hugging and touching. Now, what is the weird part is I raised
them
my
kids.
boys to be that way. So my boys are very sentimental.
They
in
gonna
that
hug
space.
everybody.
They gonna
That's good.
hug. Everybody gonna be auntie. They gonna love on you.
Yeah.
All the things. But I was just raised a little different. I didn't get the nurturing. So that was a hurdle that we had to kind of
That was challenging for me.
Right. It was a challenge for him. But then what I had to do is I had to really look inward and really dig like all the way deep to really just understand why I was wired that way. And when I was able to talk to him about it, he understood.
That part.
And to be honest, y'all, and this is a real transparent moment, it was painful. It was painful for me to have to really just recognize and understand that I was not raised with emotional love and support like that. I just wasn't. Now, I had a tribe, like I had my aunts and, people who cared for me and physically, made sure I was safe, but I didn't get the love and support. So my thing is I learned to survive in life. So I was a survivor.
And it's funny, like through communication, once she kind of explained to me, because first it was more of a denial thing. Like, what you mean I don't touch you? We went through that phase. But
Right.
like when she kind of dove in and kind of let me in and let me understand, instantly my heart became open, and I was like, okay, cool. Now I understand. Now I don't feel like it's so much of me. It's something that we just have to pull
Both
together.
of y'all made a decision to want to be there.
Yeah,
And that's what the problem is in today's society.
Yeah.
We so microwave.
Yes.
You don't meet this list, okay. Have 50 things on the list. You get 48 of them. 2 of them.
But to your point, Jason, that's the unrealistic
And
expectation.
that's the thing I
dating.
don't understand about singles today. One thing about me and Margo, we have been through some things, things that I'm sure we probably should have left each other. Like no cheating and nothing crazy that, but we have really been through it.
Those
and
arguments was horrible.
Yeah, and people quit,
beginning.
and I can't figure out like. You're going to have the same problem with the next person.
Right.
Yeah.
Because it's really not them, it's you.
But you know what I'm noticing too? Sometimes these days people are quitting in the relationship.
Yeah.
Like Antonio and I talk about that all the time. Like quitting in the relationship. You're in a whole relationship with this person. And because you told them 2-3 times, you feel like that should be enough. I've already told you enough. And what I find myself telling them, listen, it's things that Antonio and I have dealt with in our marriage that it took a year to fix. Or it took a year and a half to fix. But it's like people, somebody was like, oh, I told him 3 times. I ain't got to keep telling you.
Right.
I think the thing of it is we're going to be the first generation to see what it's really like for a lot of people to grow old alone.
Yep.
And we're not going to like it.
No.
See, right now it's funny and it's fun. But let me tell you something. When you get that close to 60 and things start slowing down.
You get close to 50.
Hey, let me tell you, it ain't going to be fun.
It ain't.
Right.
It ain't.
But back to your point, I feel like a lot of times when people are in relationships and they move on to the next, they're not taking that time in between
I agree.
to self-reflect at how they showed up, how the other person showed up, and how you can work on that and fix that and carry that on to the next relationship.
what they do.
Because when you don't take that time to yourself and you're just jumping from relationship to relationship,
Same
you're
thing.
not going to see the problem.
You're not.
And you're going to keep repeating the same cycle.
And hurting people. Because you taking all that baggage, you taking all that nasty stuff to this new relationship.
And then think about alignment, because there's things that I've worked so hard for in my relationship, certain things I'm not going to double back on. And I'm not moving backwards for nobody. You know what I'm saying? So it talks about alignment. And I'm the kind of person that I'm not going to be with somebody just to fill a void.
Right.
I'm going to be by myself until the right person come along.
Right.
I'm not like, I don't have to have somebody.
That's fair.
To be in a relationship, to have somebody. So I think that's important.
You know what? This conversation
fair,
was so good. I really enjoyed talking to you guys because we were able to get all different type of perspectives. So, Jonna, let me ask you this, and this is for our viewers as we close out. What advice would you give to any man that's out here wanting to find their partner? What advice would you give them how to date, how to approach the situation? What things that women like you are looking for?
Wow.
That's a good question. Oh, I would say being your authentic self, being true to who you are. When the questions are being asked, show up authentically. And if there's an area that you feel like, you're imperfect at, make that very clear, but make sure that if you're looking for commitment, you're looking for, a relationship, that you show up as that.
That's good.
And, be committed to your word, actions, matter. And, don't come from a space of entitlement. Talk to me, not at me. And, I really feel like that's the start.
That's some good stuff. Listen, Jonna, you dropped some jewels.
Yeah.
You really dropped some jewels.
You really did. So Jason, man, like this your moment. I need you to look in that camera. I need you to talk to the women. I need you to let them know what it's gonna take for them to get a good man like you.
There we go. All right, got top of my head sweating a little bit. Ladies, just be intentional. Be intentional. Have some grace. Don't wear your attitude on your shoulder. Be inviting, but at the same time, don't waste nobody's time. Okay. Your time is valuable. Their time is valuable. If you know it ain't gonna work, kick rocks and keep it moving.
Yeah.
And it's a good way to do that. You don't got to be nasty with it. It can be, thank you so much. I truly appreciate that. No, thank you. Right. That type of thing, and keep it moving.
Yeah.
But It's some good men out here. I don't care what nobody say.
I
know some good brothers out here.
Absolutely.
I know some good couples out here.
That's right.
And you know, I smile on the fact that if I was, let's say, in a relationship and I bought a side chick around my partners, man, I don't have to worry about my sis looking at me side eye. My bro gonna pull me to the side and be like, bro, like, we ain't doing that. Mm-hmm. Yeah. So accountability, put yourself around some good people. You know, they always say your network is your net worth. So at the same time, do it with the relationships.
Yeah. And I have one more. And I feel like with a lot of men, make sure you shut and close any doors that are still open with any exits, any situations before you come my way.
Yeah.
Find God, go to therapy, get healing.
You ain't had no situation, have you?
No,
okay.
I don't. I have no situation.
Make sure when I trigger moment. You know what I mean?
She do not have a situation for the people in the back. In case somebody ain't here, honey. Jonna Earl say, honey, she does not.
Yeah. I'm available.
She's available. So you know what, y'all? First of all, Antonio and I want to say thank you so much. You know, definitely with the Love Rekindle broadening it out to, you know, being a community-based organization and really just doing the work in the community and open it up to intentional daters, right? Because you guys matter as well. And Antonio and I, we talk about this all the time. Yeah. We're not just here for couples and families. We're here for those people who are wanting to get there and to help you and be here with you on your journey. So we definitely appreciated this conversation. And I'm sure our intentional daters were able to tune in and hear some jewels. You guys dropped some jewels, okay?
And I have to say this, guys. We're going to have a single event coming up. If you will be able to meet these two, they will be there. They don't know they're going to be there yet, but they'll be at the next event. So if you want to meet them, they'll be there.
Yes. So really quick, Jason, because you are the eligible bachelor, go ahead and tell everybody how they can find you on social media platforms.
Yeah, no, I'm going to put my country boy style
look right there. You know,
I used to have my cowboy hat, but I ain't have it today. But it's One City Country Lifestyle on all platforms. That's TikTok and IG. I am a true country man. I love my horses. By the way, I'm going to be at the Bill Pickett Rodeo this weekend doing the halftime show, all 3 shows with my horses. So that's a blessing there. But, hey, you see what you get, you know what I mean? A good gentleman guy, you know, with a little baby face, you know what I mean?
But let me tell y'all something. Jason is a wonderful, wonderful person, guys. Listen, we appreciate you joining us, Jason. Always being down to kick it and hang with the Taylors. We don't take it lightly, so we appreciate it. City Country Lifestyle, y'all. Check them out now.
Thank you.
That's the plug, okay?
Right,
so, Jonna, tell the people where they can find you with no situationships or no issues.
Right.
Get yourself together.
And you better have God on your side.
Right. Listen. My Instagram is so long, y'all, but I apologize. It's exclusively _yours_ by JE.
Okay.
Listen,
exclusively yours by JE.
Y'all make sure y'all go check Jonna out. And just a shameless plug.
Say, hold on
let me let y'all know who the Miss Jonna Earl is. Okay.
She's playing over there.
Listen, Jonna Earl is my personal stylist, okay? So whenever y'all see me in these city streets looking my best, Jonna is the one who always come through, always style your girl. So you know what? We've had some really intentional conversation, and that's why I thought it was super cool to have her on the show.
And Jonna also styled me as well. So when y'all see me in them little bitty suits. Looking good?
Yeah. Looking good, though.
She does. Jonna is the Taylor stylist, guys, okay? She's amazing at what she does. I'm talking about call her, let her know what you have going on. Once she learn your style, listen, I don't even sweat when I got an event, okay? I'll be like, Jonna, baby, wheel it on in. Bring in the clothes, okay? Because I know there is something in there for me. So, man, Jonna, we appreciate you joining us on the show. This was super amazing. And listen, guys, to you all who are out here, our intentional daters, and you're trying to figure things out, listen, there is love out here. Yes. Y'all see, we got 2 available people right here. So listen, all love is not lost, guys. Keep hope. Antonio and I are doing this and bringing this to our platform because we feel like it's important that you guys have the tools that you need to learn today and also to hear other people's perspectives, right? Because life is not all about what we think. Sometimes we have to think outside ourselves to make that connection and find our person. So we appreciate you guys for joining us. This was amazing. And thank you so much for joining us for this powerful episode of the Love Rekindle Show. We hope you were inspired, encouraged, and reminded that real loves take real work. Yes. And it's always worth it. A special thank you to our sponsor, Platinum Luxury Fleet, your premium black car service and luxury transportation. Whether it's a date night, a corporate event, or a red carpet arrival, Platinum Luxury Fleet gets you there in style. So visit PlatinumLuxuryFleet.com to book your next experience. Until next time, keep loving, keep growing, and remember, healing starts at home. And the Love Rekindle is here to walk with you every step of the way. Thank you guys so much, and we'll see you guys next time.
Thank you for joining us, guys.
Bye.